tell me if love really dies? Why does your voice still live inside me? We met by accident, under the noise of passing cars. You were standing in the rain and the world felt cold and dark. Your eyes were like a midnight ocean where I drowned without a way back. You barely spoke, but every glance destroyed the version of me I used to understand. And for the first time I realized something true. Some people become your home even if they stay briefly. We drove through the night with no maps, no destination, listening to old rock songs, breathing in the same silence. And somehow that silence felt warmer to me than 1,000 empty words from strangers I'd meet. I never believed in fate or miracles until the night I met you. You became my sky inside the darkest city, my only light. When everything in me was broken, and even if time pulls us apart someday, I will still call you home. Because love is not just forever. Love is when one soul finds another soul across lifetimes.
Do you remember our apartment? That little kitchen light, 2 cups of coffee, and conversations till sunrise. You wore my hoodie, hair falling everywhere. And in that moment the world finally made sense. We had no money but we felt infinite, laughing so loudly like death couldn't hear us. You danced barefoot to the sound of vinyl records, and I watched you like a man losing his mind in love. Back then I feared only one thing, that someday you would disappear from my dreams. Lose themselves, but some feelings stay forever. You became my sky inside the darkest city, my only light. When everything in me was broken, and even if time pulls us apart someday, I will still call you home. Because love is not just forever. Love is when one soul finds another soul across lifetimes. And if someday we become strangers, promise me you'll still remember my name from time to time. Remember how we ran through storms, how we kissed in subway stations, how we dreamed of disappearing to somewhere no one could find us. Because feelings like this never vanish completely, they stay alive somewhere between the heart and the sky. And even years from now, when everything changes, I'll still recognize you from one single glance among millions. Because real love isn't loud, isn't perfect, isn't eternal. It simply arrives and changes you forever.
I'm awake again till dawn. City noise behind my window. You were somewhere far away, but still living in my soul.
Words remain in shadow messages, I deleted them 1,000 times. They always came back like echoes. We were far too young to understand silence. Love breaks slowly, not in just one spring. And I keep running from familiar streets, but every street light reminds me of your eyes. You told me how to hide pain behind a smile, but at night the heart forgets to lie. If I could somehow return for just one moment, I would still choose you over everyone else. And even if the last light fades, I'll still be searching for you. Even if there's no one
Remember late snowfall and music in our headphones. We thought the world would stop if we ever let each other go. Now there are cities between us, airplanes and different lives, but some kinds of love never really die, even after goodbye. I pretend I already moved on, laugh louder than everyone inside crowded bars, but once I hear your name by accident, much falls apart in my heart.
Maybe we simply never had time to become eternal. Maybe love only exists until it's finally lost. And if someday
You hear my voice inside a dream, know that I also never forgot you. And even if the last light fades, I'll still be searching for you. Even if there's no us anymore, you still live inside me too. Among millions of people, among empty neon signs,
I still can hear her unspoken cry. I remember nights when city lights were shaking, like they already knew our hearts were breaking. You smoked in silence by the window bare, and I stayed quiet, pain was in the air. Inside these walls I sent us cigarettes, a love still breathing where no future's left. You whisper softly, someday it will fade, but every day without you cuts like blades. You walked away so slowly, almost graceful, like soul at midnight drowning in the rainfall. And neon cried above the empty streets, while something inside me ceased to breathe. I'm not a hero from a sad cliche, just someone who watched his whole world fade. You were my shelter, summer sky above. Now all that's left is echoes of your love. If time can really heal, why does it hurt this way? Why through every year do I still hear your name in the sound of trains, in the pouring rain? Why is love stronger than the pain? I'm dying little by little, every time I see the road where we promised forever. You vanished into the light as if we never even existed, but my heart remembers through the years. And even if the world goes dark, even if the heavens fall apart, I will still recognize your soul among a million hearts. Love never truly dies, it only leaves behind scars instead of wings.
You know I try to build another life, change my city, change my state of mind. Burned all the photos, erased every trace. Still your memory tears me apart every day, and every night the music slowly plays, like it was built to break me in new ways. Our old songs spinning endlessly again, back when we still knew how to pretend. I saw 1,000 eyes, but never yours again. Heard 1,000 lies, but all of them were empty then. You brought a storm that washed away my shore, but after storm, spring came no more. And people say forget it, just move on, but how erase the fire was so strong. I'll tear my heart apart when it still glows. I'll keep breathing when I lost my home.
This is just a dream, why can't I wait tonight? Why among the crowd
tangled hands. You were laughing like forever had no end. But forever is the cruelest thief alive. It steals away the people, leaves the memories behind. Photographs, half-finished dreams, and your perfume still haunting everything. I would give the world just to see you once again. How you sleep, how you breathe, how you knew how to hurt me then. Even pain from you felt more beautiful than another person's love after all. Even if time erases us, my heart will never learn how to let you go. You are my final fire, my spring among the blizzards, my unfinished love song. And if life is only just a dance, I would still choose your freezing hands again, even knowing I would burn to ashes too. Because real love was always beautifully broken. I still love you. You came into my life without warning, without rules, like freezing December winds after endless summer moons. And suddenly the lights inside my world went dim. Before you I existed, but never truly lived. Yeah, you were strange, half angel, half poison. Sometimes my universe, sometimes my destruction. We kissed beneath sirens, echoing through the night like two reckless souls burning under city lights. Thought maybe heaven had sent you to me, but angels don't breathe with that kind of misery. You smiled so beautifully and sadness filled your eyes, like your heart had been dying in love your whole life. We kept breaking each other, but never walked away. We drowned deeper and deeper, mistaking pain for fate. And every time I tried to escape, you looked at me and I fell again. You, my sweetest catastrophe, my heaven and insanity. I burned beneath your touch like memories were all we had. And if love is a bullet through the heart, I'd pull the trigger again, just to feel your warmth. You, my poison, my spring, my endless ocean beneath. Even while dying, I would still choose you. We ran across rooftops, chasing the sunrise like we were the last two people alive in this life. You smoked in silence, staring into the stars, and I realized then we had already gone too far. Too late to save us, too late to change, too late to pretend I wasn't addicted to your name, to your eyes, your hands, the way you spoke. You were the storm living inside my bones. And even now screaming the chaos, the scars can never destroy what we really were. We were art, set on fire, two broken souls no one could ever repair. When you go silent, it scares me the most, because silence screams louder than words ever could. Because inside your eyes there's an endless war where I already lost you forever before you. My sweetest catastrophe, my heaven and insanity. I burned beneath your touch like memories were all we had. And if love is a bullet through the heart, I'd pull the trigger again, just to feel your warmth. You, my poison, my spring, my endless ocean beneath. Even while dying, I would still choose you. Do you remember how we dreamed of disappearing, buying one-way tickets to some when no one knew us? A place where love didn't sound like a sentence, where our hearts could exist without breaking. But people like us never found peace. We feel too deeply to ever live quietly. We are too shattered to become ordinary, so we keep burning inside our own story. And
And if someday you hear this song, know this: I loved you more than a human heart was ever meant to. Not perfectly, not peacefully, not safely, but truly. And even after 1,000 winters, through unfamiliar rooms and lives, you will remain the most beautiful scar love ever left on me. I remember nights I prayed in silence, searching for a light inside the dark. When my soul was tired from the battles and loneliness was living in my heart. I heard so many empty conversations, watched this world keep fading day by day, until Allah in His endless mercy sent your love to guide me on my way. You arrived softly like the call to prayer, waking hope that I had lost before. And for the first time I could truly understand real love brings us closer to our Lord. Now every prayer I make is only this: may we never lose the righteous way. May our hearts hold tightly to our iman till we reach Jannah someday. If this world becomes colder tonight, I will cover us with du'as and light. Even if the years keep changing everything, you're my patience, faith and peace within. يا نور قلبي في الليالي الحلقة، معك وجدت الطمأنينة والسكينة. أنت الدعاء الذي نزل من السماوات، نعيم الروح بعد العناء. سنمضي معا إلى جنات الخلود بالحب والإيمان والسجود. ما دمت بقربي فلن أخاف الطريق، فالله يجمع قلبينا إلى الأبد. I don't dream of riches or possessions, or chasing after temporary things. I just wanna see the dawn beside you and walk together underneath His wings. When I hear you softly read the Quran, every shadow disappears somehow. Even pain begins to lose its power when Alhamdulillah leaves your mouth. You taught my heart the beauty of forgiveness, to trust Allah no matter what may come. And every day I thank Him for the blessing of the peace I found within your love. Even if the trials become heavy, even if our eyes are filled with tears, faith and love will carry us forever. Nothing in this dunya can break us. And if one day my eyes should close, I will ask for only one thing: that in the gardens of eternal peace you will be beside me once again. Not for this world that soon will fade, not for beauty that disappears, but for the souls that Allah united forever before Him. Ya Rabbana ahfaz lana hadha al-hanan, waj'al tariqana mali'an bil-iman. Barik khutana waghfir dhunubana, wajma' qulubana tahta ridaka. Hiya an-na'im wa hiya ajmalu qadar, wa biqarbiha sara lil-hayati athar. Sanallu nadhkurka fi kulli hin, hatta niltaqi fi al-fardus al-amin. again on the highest floors, where rooftops catch the cold with their hands. The sky hangs low on the old electric wires, smelling like July and passing trains. You say people leave by accident, but I've seen hearts disappear long before that. We were like a light in the opposite window, no one remembered to turn off. This noisy city kept forgetting us, yet somehow it always listened. And while the street lights burn out inside the eyes, I keep searching for your shadow among unfamiliar voices. This city remembers everything, our footsteps beneath the rain, how we hid eternity inside a tiny someday. This city knows it all, the way you stare through the glass, as if the world would shatter if darkness came too fast. And we kept running, ignoring every hour, while love remained forever on the walls of the tower. Faces disappear in subway trains like old songs lost on cassette tapes. They promised us one day time will heal, but I think time escaped. You carry autumn inside your coat pocket, I carry silence under a broken rib. And every conversation we have feels like the final ride home, where nobody knows if the heart will return alone. But if one day you forget how I laughed, I'll become the rain on every street we pass. This city remembers everything, our footsteps beneath the rain, how we hid eternity inside a tiny someday. This city knows it all, the way you stare through the glass, as if the world would shatter if darkness came too fast. And we kept running, ignoring every hour, while love remained forever on the walls of the towers. Maybe people truly were never meant to stay forever. We simply leave entire cities inside each other. You are in me like the glow of empty squares, I am in you like echoes of sleepless air. And even when every bridge turns into flame, someone will still play our song on forgotten radio waves. This city remembers everything, even when it says nothing, even when one day we vanish into the evening. It keeps our reflections inside the river's light, because love lasts longer than a human life. And when silence finally falls, when snow covers the earth, I will find you again among thousands of souls. Sometimes people leave, not because they stop loving each other, but because love itself can grow tired too. We sat on the floor among empty bottles, and the silence between us was louder than screaming. You looked at me like you were saying goodbye, even while your hand
still touched mine.
And in that moment I understood
Some feelings cannot be saved forever.
Like water in your hands, like cigarette smoke, like youth that never
Comes back. We were beautiful but deeply wounded. We loved intensely, just not correctly.
And the closer we became,
the more terrified we were to lose it.
so instead we started destroying each other.
People think love dies quickly.
No,
it dies slowly.
a little more every day.
We didn't end, we simply grew tired of hiding pain behind conversations.
And even after all the scars, I still
Carry your name somewhere between my heart and memory.
because real love
Never disappears completely. It becomes part of you, even after the person is gone.
I met other people try to move on, but no other voice made my heart react. Nobody laughed as honestly as you. Nobody looked at me like they could see my soul. And honestly,
The scariest thing is not losing someone. The scariest thing is realizing later
you could have saved each other,
but didn't,
because of pride,
because of fear,
because of time.
which waits for nowhere.
If I could return to those days again,
I would speak less,
but hold you tighter.
because love,
Never ask for perfection.
it only asks, please stay. And if someday
You suddenly remember me,
don't be sad, what we had was real.
and that is where
In this world, you came like a storm without a warning, destroying every belief I had before you. I thought love was only words until I saw how eyes can cry. We were like fire inside the darkness, too dangerous for this kind of love. You scream, leave me,
but held me,
tighter,
and I kept
drowning inside our memories. We broke each other, shattered our hearts, but always ran back to the start. I hate how much I love you. It feels like falling and flying again. You're my poison, my oxygen, the most beautiful sky I've ever seen. And even if we burn to ashes, I would still choose you, choose you, choose you, choose you, choose.
night, headlights, rain, silence in the car. We became strangers but still in love. You stared through the window, hiding your pain, and I realized you became my fate. Maybe love
It's not salvation,
maybe love
it's collision.
two broken souls
Finding each other too late. And if tomorrow the world separates us, you will still live inside me forever.
Do you remember the city where the sharp lights died, where we still seemed alive to each other, where the avenues trembled beneath our feet, and our silence was louder than the wind. You used to say people always leave as if you already knew the ending. I kept smiling, hiding the fear, but I lost you long before the road ended. Nights kept breaking against our tempers. Pride fired words like bullets. We stood beside each other, yet saw the world through completely different sparks. And if love is truth without masks, why does pain remain after happiness? Why does the heart keep holding on, even when there's nothing left to save it? Stay as a shadow inside my darkness, even if there's no us anymore. I learned how to breathe without you, but never how to stop remembering. You're like rain on shattered windows, like light I can no longer touch. I'm letting you go forever, then why is there such emptiness inside me? People don't change because they want to. One day the fire simply dies. Some leave beautifully and quietly, others leave behind ruins and screams. I saw fear in your wet eyelashes. You were afraid to dissolve inside me. But love is a strange abyss. The deeper the feelings, the closer the cruelty. We lost ourselves little by little in tiny things, messages, scenes. Inside I'm fine, inside it's nothing. Inside long beats between I love you and I am scared. Do you remember the music in old cars? How we dreamed of escaping routine. Now every song sounds like goodbye, as if the whole world is made of silence. Stay as a shadow inside my darkness, as a dream on broken glass. Even if the bridges between us burn down, I still search for your face in everything. Time doesn't heal, it only hides invisible scars inside a person. I let you go, but my heart still whispers your as a shadow inside my darkness, as a dream on broken glass. Even if the bridges between us burn down, I still search for your face in everything. Time doesn't heal, it only hides invisible scars inside a person. I let you go, but my heart still whispers your name. I remember nights when city lights were shaking, like they already knew our hearts were breaking. You smoked in silence by the window bare, and I stayed quiet, pain was in the air. Inside these walls the scent of cigarettes, a love still breathing where no future's left. You whisper softly, someday it will fade, but every day without you cuts like blades. You walked away so slowly, almost graceful, like soul at midnight drowning in the rainfall. And neon crowd above the empty streets, while something inside me ceased to breathe. I'm not a hero from a sad cliche, just someone who watched his whole world fade. You were my shelter, summer, sky above. Now all that's left, these echoes of your love. If time can really soul among a million hearts. Love never truly dies, it only leaves behind scars instead of wings. Yeah, you know I tried to build another life, change my cities, change my state of mind. Burned all the photos, erased every trace. Still your memory tears me apart every day. And every night the music slowly plays, like it was built to break me in new ways. Our old songs spinning endlessly again, back when we still knew how to pretend. I saw 1,000 eyes, but never yours again. Heard 1,000 lies, but all of them were empty then. You were the storm that washed away my shore, but after storm, spring came no more. And people say forget her, just move on. But how erase the fire, one so strong? How tear my heart apart when it still glows? How keep breathing when I lost my hope? If this is just a dream, why can't I wake tonight? Why among the crowds do I still feel lost inside? Why does your laughter live inside the dark? Why is love stronger than death itself? I'm dying little by little every time I see the road where we promised forever. You vanished into the light as if we never even existed, but my heart remembers through the years. And even if the world goes dark, even if the heavens fall apart, I will still recognize your soul among a million hearts. Love never truly dies, it only leaves behind scars instead of wings. Do you remember rain upon our tangled ends? You were laughing like forever had no end. But forever is the cruelest thief alive. It steals away the people, leaves the memories behind. Photographs, half-finished dreams, and your perfume still haunting everything. I would give the world just to see you once again. How you sleep, how you breathe, how you knew how to hurt me then. Even pain from you felt more beautiful than another person's love. Even if time erases us, my heart will never learn how to let you go. You are my final fire, my spring among the blizzards, my unfinished love song. And if life is only just a dance, I would still choose your freezing hands again. Even knowing I would burn to ashes too, because real love was always beautifully broken. Haru, I still love you.
Tell me if love really dies. Why does your voice still live inside me? We met by accident, under the noise of passing cars. You were standing in the rain, and the world felt cold and dark. Your eyes were like a midnight ocean, where I drowned without a way back. You barely spoke, but every glance destroyed the version of me I used to understand. And for the first time I realized something true. Some people become your home, even if they stayed briefly. We drove through the night with no map, no destination, listening to all the rock songs, breathing in the same silence. And somehow that silence felt warmer to me than 1,000 empty words from strangers I'd meet. I never believed in fate or miracles until the night I met you. You became my sky inside the darkest city, my only light.
our apartment, that little kitchen light, 2 cups of coffee and conversations till sunrise. You wore my hoodie, hair falling everywhere, everywhere. And in that moment, the world finally made sense. We had no money, but we felt infinite, laughing so loudly like death couldn't hear as you dance barefoot to the sound of vinyl records. And I watched you like a man losing his mind in love. Back then I feared only one thing, that someday you would disappear from my dreams.
People change, disappear, lose themselves.
But some feelings stay forever. You became my sky inside the darkest city, my only light when everything in me was broken. And even if time pulls us apart someday, I will still call you home, because love is not just forever. Love is when one soul finds another soul across lifetimes.
And if someday we become strangers, promise me you'll still remember my name from time to time. Remember how we ran through storms, how we kissed in subway stations, how we dreamed of disappearing to somewhere no one could find us.
Because feelings like